like to share a little bit about codependency and how the holistic treatment model at the Sanctuary can really help. You know, codependency, we're seeing more and more every year, people coming. Oftentimes they might be coming with codependency and maybe an addiction or some depression and anxiety. It's very common. And I can tell you, a lot of people don't fully understand the weight and the gravity of codependency. It's a very debilitating experience for people. And it's interesting because so many people that have codependency are actually really kind people. They're people whose hearts are in the right place. They're the nurturers, they're the caretakers, they're the people that are often picking up and helping people in crisis themselves. And yet are unaware that as they're giving, they tend to lose themselves. They're leaking their energy. They're often giving their power away without even knowing it. And they can become sick. You know, oftentimes people that are suffering from codependency also have autoimmune disorders, sleep issues, anxiety, and depression. And so at the Sanctuary at Sedona, we really understand this. We understand the severity, and we understand what it's like to get so lost that, you know, our needs become someone else's needs, that we lose ourselves. You know, we don't know where we end and someone else begins. And I can tell you it can be very, very challenging because often the crisis itself with codependency is also with the people we most love. So how do we create boundaries? How are we even aware of what our own needs are and be able to express our needs without feeling guilt and shame? So the holistic model really addresses codependency and holds it and sees it in this very complete, very loving, very nurturing way, looking at what is the underlying issues. You know, what is there any core traumas, old patterns, old family of origin patterns that have created a way of feeling like there needs to be this sense of caretaking and rescuing. So at the Sanctuary, we take you through a very structured, beautiful process where you're going to be very held, both emotionally, mentally, physically, and you're going to be able to go and do some really deep work to uncover old patterns, uncover old ways of thinking, old belief systems, old underlying trauma and core issues, so that you can actually show up and be that mother and the partner and the friend and the coworker and the human being that you are most wanting to be.